Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the DoubleClutch.ca podcast. I'm your host, Nick, managing editor of this fine establishment, and I'm joined in studio by my co-hosts, Nathan and Imran.
For those who might not be aware, we are a dedicated gaggle of gearheads that have been running this magazine for the better part of 10 years, more or less as an excuse to play with all kinds of new cars. Nick, what do we got in the garage this week?
Well, it is officially NPC-Mobile season, boys.
Hell yeah, brother!
We got the 2023 Subaru Forester Sport, which is the vehicle that I have the keys to. Woohoo! And
hey, people really like those.
Yeah, sport, but what is the sport part of it?
Sport?
So,
yeah. What are you sportsing at now?
So, in the Subaru world, sport on the Forester equals black wheels and
I think I saw a red highlight on the grill.
Yeah.
And
orange accents.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Orange accents
well.
on the
Okay,
bumper.
so we're up to black wheels. We got some colored accents.
Orange accents.
Yep.
And inside you have slightly different fabric. It's like a kind of a gray checkered fabric on the seats and the door panels.
Oh yeah.
And some orange stitching.
Nice. That's it.
Imran, what do you have this week?
So we also have actually before we get to mine, we have Ben is
in the Civic Si this week, which
Right.
ostensibly it's a Civic. It's another NPC Mobile. Unfortunately, he couldn't join us in studio. And Imran, you've got something that genuinely blew us all away.
Yeah. I have a Buick Envision Avenir.
So I always thought those Buick ads where you're like, "Is that a Buick?" I thought those were full of shit. But that was holy shit. How is that a Buick, man?
I know.
It looks really good, dude. It's low and wide, and it's got like nice squat hips. The thing looks terrific.
We're not being sarcastic. Like I hope you understand that. Like
Yeah,
we're actually not
thank you for
being
spelling that out. Like
sarcastic.
we're actually being completely genuine. This thing is a very good-looking little crossover.
It's an attractive car crossover. We have it in Moonstone Gray. Is that what we saw?
Moonstone gray. So.
It's actually a fantastic
So-
color.
It looks great. Yeah, it's like a medium gray with like a high metallic content.
It's kind of like it. It's not the same thing, but it reminds me of like the Aston Silver a little bit.
Kind of, yeah.
Like there's a little bit of that. Audie's probably not gonna like. Audie's probably not gonna like that, but yeah, it's a nice color. You mentioned the IS300 taillights, the sort of clear lenses that it has in the back.
Yeah. But like for those listening who might not be aware, it's not just IS300 tacky tails. Like it's like smoked clear lenses with like no red in them. Like they actually look terrific.
Attractive. And we were shocked when we were getting out of the thing and unlocked it. There's like Audi-esque light sequences going on.
The headlight treatment's really nice. Yeah. Sorry, Nick, you were going to say.
Did you say Audi?
Well, a little bit.
Audi?
Did you say Audi?
Audi.
Oh, Audi.
There
I
you
say
go.
Audi. What's the actual right way?
Audi.
Is it Audi?
It's Audi.
I don't know. We should ask a German person.
We should ask a German person. Should we have a bit? Ask a German person, just once a week?
Audi. I'm just going to say it angrily. Audi.
You're probably right, but yeah, I'm not going to change.
Okay, anyway.
Fair enough. You do you, man.
I think like the headlight sequence thingamajig is actually a little nicer than the Audi.
Yes.
Because like it like slowly lights up like the high beam and then the inner turn signal and then the low beam. Like it's kind of like a cascade of light. It like lights up really nice. Like it's a nice detail effect that GM is not normally great at.
Which you just don't see on average priced vehicles.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this one is, right?
There's a surprising amount of thoughtful and clever design that went into the Envision, and I'm pleasantly surprised.
It's so nice. Like Nick, you and I were talking about this when we were out in it, and like GMs are usually like pretty well engineered. They're pretty well thought out. They're generally pretty well put together. They drive pretty well. They're pretty like a solid 8 out of 10 across the board. Where they miss is like fine details, and this hits that.
Yeah, I don't like every time I'm in a GM car, I always kind of notice some GM-ness, and some of it's good, like we talked about I think last week, how most GM cars their baseline is pretty damn good. But there's always like, oh, those buttons are really Fisher Price plasticky, or what have you. This doesn't have very much of that at all.
Yeah.
The center console is nice. The screen is nice. I like GM's UI.
I like the way it's canted towards the driver. Like the Buick UI, the Buick version of that UI in particular looks nice.
Yeah,
like,
I think it looks good. The gauges are a mix of analog and digital, but the analog gauges, like I like, it's a really clean white light.
We were talking about that. Nick, you and I were talking about that. Where like it looks like a nice watch face,
like premium.
Like I like an analog gauge, like a nice analog gauge, and like and that's just the GM thing. They've had analog gauges for a long time. They still do, but like they've managed to fill out the space in between the gauges with like a nice screw that actually occupies the whole space. It's not just like someone stuck a Game Boy in between two gauges now.
Yeah,
and even in a lot of newer GMs, they still use that same kind of like Euro style typeface and the green backlighting in a lot of the newer stuff too. It makes a lot of their newer vehicles feel dated, especially if you've grown up around GMs such as myself.
Like a lot of Chevys do that still.
But the Envision's cluster is a white backlight, has a different font too. It's very crisp, very modern, and the screen in the middle, as you guys mentioned, takes up the pretty much the entire space between the
it's nicely
gauges.
integrated. It looks like it's floating as opposed to like a dedicated cutout little screen. Yeah, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it looks like the gauge cluster is like most of like I was in the Equinox last week. Is it Equinox or Equinox, Nick? Again, I will not change. But I was in the. What did I just say? Equinox or Equinox? I said Equinox. I was in the Equinox last week, and it had the analog gauges. I didn't like them. I felt like they felt outdated and old. In the Buick here, although the layout is similar, it feels like it's on purpose.
It's just nicer.
But it also feels it doesn't feel like, oh, we didn't give you the digital gauge cluster. It feels like this is what we wanted to give you.
Yeah.
Like I love how the needles are like this crisp white. Like, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
And then like you're saying, the screen in the middle, it's like it's
actually
decently
fills
high
out the
res.
space. Yeah, because I've seen like a bunch. Like I've had like a bunch of GM pressers where like the screen is just like a small rectangular screen.
Yes.
With a very obvious bezel stuck between the two gauges, whereas this is like the nice floating I don't know what it's called, freeform kind of screen.
Yeah,
where it just looks like it's supposed to be there. It's not just stuck in.
Yeah, it doesn't it doesn't feel like a parts sharing vehicle.
Yeah,
which is a very GM thing typically.
Yeah,
even the the climate control. I thought was very attractive.
It's nice. A lot of Buick stuff is like surprisingly bespoke feeling.
Yeah,
like. To like in a lot of ways, it's like better than a lot of Cadillacs. Like Buicks are nice vehicles. If you just want a comfy, like stylish whatever car, like they're perfect.
Yeah, I would actually argue that this interior is a little bit nicer than the XT5 that
really
I had. I think so.
Well, the XT5 is also a pretty dated product too. I think it went like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I think
or thereabouts.
We had the 23, and it's now redesigned. I think for 24.
Yeah.
But I'd say this Avenir the Envision was a nicer interior.
Do you also screw up Buick names? Because like I think it happened to me 8 times today where I screwed up. Like what did I have last year? Was it an Enclave, an Avenir, an Envision? No, Avenir's a trend. Did I have an Enclave, an Envision, a Encore?
Yeah.
I get their naming scheme, but like no, it's killing. And like this is very typical like auto journalism, like stupid shit to complain about garbage. Where like we complain about alphanumeric names and everything. Yep. And now Buick goes, well, here's some like names with letters and junk, and we're bitching about mixing that up. Like, there's just no winning.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be.
Are we this smarmy? Are we bad people? Are we the baddies?
Well, I'm old man yelling at cloud, but no, it's I'm all for having actual names instead of the whole alphanumeric thing.
Yeah.
But Buick is like, yes, it's Envision, it's Encore, Invista, I think.
That's right, they have that too.
They're just they're all so close. Mm-hmm. We need the Acura Legend and Acura Vigor. I feel like I feel so panicky now when I'm saying these titles because Nick's gonna correct me.
It's pronounced Envision.
But we need those kind of names back.
So you can't see, but I'm staring like hostilely.
Hostilely?
Yeah, it's a word now.
Why can't we work today? It's all about turkey.
But yeah, I mean,
Viger?
bigger, whatever. I don't know. I don't know, man.
But yeah, the Envision was really Envision. It was really surprising.
It's an Envision, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's under the hood? 2-liter 4-cylinder?
Yeah.
Some sort?
Nine speed auto. Yeah.
The 9-speed is surprisingly good.
Yeah. Far enough quick shifts when
Quick and seamless,
when we
yeah.
floored it. Unobtrusive, the 4-cylinder is 228 horsepower.
Was it?
I thought it was 290.
I don't know, we should probably look this up.
I was looking
You
up.
should probably look this up.
I was looking at the spec sheet just before.
Okay, you're probably looking at it more recently. We'll go with 228.
Yeah. So a bit down on power compared to like some of its competitors. Did kind of feel like it fell flat on its face on the highway a little bit when you started to like rev it out.
Yeah, it did kind of like run out of breath at like higher RPMs.
Yeah.
That's fair, but I think.
But also, like, who cares?
Yeah, like the in and around town, like it feels gutsy enough.
Yeah. Rides
I don't
well.
think you're lacking.
Rides
yeah.
very well.
And even its sport mode versus normal, like the steering weighs up nicely.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty solid. It's just a good product.
It's just really good. Like it like it rides really well, but it's not just like you and I were talking about this. It's not just a floaty boat. Like it's like well controlled.
Yeah.
But like an excellent compromise between like body control and comfort. Like it's they did their homework on this.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
really nice.
Yeah, it's not like it's like this ultra soft suspension where it's when you're braking, it's like diving and gonna flip over. It's like nothing like that, but it's still super comfortable and has some level of confidence to it. I'm very impressed with it, and we were actually I was out in the Forester presser behind you guys in the Envision, and I was looking at it.
Wait, we had a Forester this week?
No, frick. What are we in? What is that Subaru that I just drove?
It's a Forester.
Oh yeah, that's right. Was it the Sport?
Yeah.
That's the one with the black wheels and the colored accents.
Yeah,
right?
that's the one.
Were we talking about that a couple weeks ago?
Oh,
That was like a couple hours ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
couple
Anyway,
months
sorry,
ago.
you were saying?
Anyways, looking at that Envision, I kept thinking, I'm like, damn, that's a good looking little crossover.
Yeah, like surprisingly good looking. Like that's like just the right proportions, low and wide. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
What really surprised me, and it's not the sense that I got looking at it directly, but I was very surprised to see, despite its roofline and haunches and curves, it's actually surprisingly roomy as well.
Yeah, you did the backseat test.
I did. I had more than enough space to park my feet under the seat. I had more than enough knee room, and I actually had a lot of headroom considering it had a panoramic sunroof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it's a good amount
surprising.
of cargo space too. It's a good vehicle. Like,
I actually looked at the numbers prior to recording. I'm very surprised to learn that it's maybe within a couple of inches all around compared to the Lexus NX, which is the other NPC-Mobile that Nathan constantly fawns over.
it was good. What do you want me to say? It was good.
So, is it better than?
Is it gooder?
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's. It might be gooder. Here's the thing. I think the Lexus was like marginally gooder. I don't know that it's gooder enough to justify the $8,000-$9,000
Yeah.
price delta for a comparably equipped vehicle.
Yeah. That's significant.
So at the price point that the Envision Avenir tops out at, you're basically looking at a base-ish NX 350, or even the NX 200, which still has the
250,
which still has the RAV4's normally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder. It's like 200 horsepower in that
Yeah.
big ass thing, or a base-ish, if not somewhat well-equipped NX 350 F Sport.
and like this
So
Buick,
there's a surprising value proposition to
Yeah.
the Envision as well.
And the thing is, like, this Buick has like heads up and adaptive cruise and
Yeah.
pano and like massaging seats,
right.
and like all that stuff is money in an NX.
Oh yeah.
Does the NX have massaging seats?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
Mine
think so
didn't. I don't think it does.
I know the heads-up display on the NX is locked.
It's locked
in
behind like
one
the
of
premium pack options
Yeah.
or something like that. And
Yeah.
it's like $7,000.
Oh yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, I think I would go with this one.
It's
with the Buick.
it's a hard sell. It really just comes back to, and we circle back around to, oh my God, I can't believe that's a Buick.
I honestly
GM knows that thing, like that name, has a connotation.
They got it right. They got it right. Yeah,
Right?
I remember they do all those commercials where like the Buick
Yeah.
shows up to these
Yeah.
fancy.
It's so
places
they're
and
so
stuff,
stupid.
And yeah, you're always like, it's Buick. Yeah, okay. Like, and now
Yeah,
you're kind of
right.
like, no, I wouldn't
But
wanna
actually,
drive around.
Yeah.
and also like, as dumb as they were, we are still talking about them.
Yeah.
That's a good ad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's nice. It's nice. So you would, factoring in price.
It's hard to say. So I didn't love the NX 350 F Sport we had because I think the options put it out of a sensible price bracket. Like,
Right.
that made sense in my head. The relatively base but still really well equipped NX 450 PHEV I had was
Right.
terrific. At like 65, I still think that's a great value.
It's a solid 15 grand more than the Envision.
Yep.
No, the Envision was what, 50.
The Envision Avenir, because like the Avenir is
Yeah,
like
the
the top
top
SKU.
spec.
Yeah, it was spec'd out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like 51, too, I think. 51.
Roughly, yeah.
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 Just over 50.
Yeah, but also comes back to like, okay, that PHEV is not cheap. The battery pack,
course,
the motors
yeah,
are
yeah.
not cheap, right? And the added performance that comes with that is worth something.
Sure.
Right? There is
Yeah.
more going on there, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like between a comparably equipped Buick versus the Lexus, I think I take the Buick. But I still think that NX PHEV is like one of the best NPC-Mobiles on the market. That's terrific.
Yeah, but you'd scrounge all your coins from your couch and make that happen, or you'd
I
save
actually
that
have
money?
15 grand on my couch right now, yeah. Yeah, it's a 4,000 pound couch with 8 million tunis in it, yeah.
Time to buy a shit box.
Yeah, I don't know. And I actually, next week I have the Corsair.
Yeah.
I've never driven one. I don't remember.
Oh, you
last
got a
time I
Corsair
drove.
next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's a direct competitor.
It is, and I was also looking at the Corsair when I was when I was kind of comparing the specs between the Envision and the Corsair,
Yeah.
and like even compared to the Corsair, they're surprisingly close in dimensions,
Right.
and you don't get that sense because the Corsair feels a lot taller and more upright.
Okay. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was a bigger vehicle as well. The
Yeah.
Corsair.
Apparently, it's not. Within like
Yeah.
height,
no,
width,
the
they're
Corsair is
all
pretty.
within-
It's pretty small. I thought it looked small. I liked the one. So I had one last year. I really liked it.
Yeah.
But like my test car was, I think, 58. And like, granted, the Corsair is like, it's made with really nice materials.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of really nice stuff in it. There's a lot of like nice little attention to detail. It had a much more aggressive powertrain. Like the thing booted.
Right. Oh yeah.
So like you weren't getting nothing for the extra money. Like the thing was really well put together. It is the best Ford Escape you can buy.
Yeah.
It's magnificent.
How's like anything built on the Escape's platform that isn't the Escape actually better than the Escape?
Right? Like it's
The Escape is a starting point. It's like
yeah, but like the bones of the Escape are what we're using here, and like
Right.
the bones are fantastic. But when you put an Escape on top of the Escape bones, it's just the most. I just think it's rather forgettable, and I don't appreciate it. Whereas like the Bronco Sport is good.
The Maverick.
The Maverick is
Phenomenal.
amazing. I think the Maverick's more different. I think that's based on the. Is it based on the Escape?
is.
I thought it was the
It
next
is.
gen Ranger platform.
No, it's
Oh,
No,
wow.
the Bronco's
It's
next
the
gen
Escape.
Ranger.
It's the Escape platform.
Right. Okay. So there you go. The Maverick is amazing.
Yep.
The Corsair is great, and then the Escape itself is also there.
Is an Escape.
Yeah, it is
So-
like peak and car.
So I think that was the Equinox. The Equinox was
Oh, was that like the Anist car?
yeah, that was just, yeah, it is a vehicle. But going back to that Corsair, I keep wanting to call it an Avenir, first of all, for the Buick, but the Envision, and from what you recall of the Corsair, how do you compare them?
The Corsair did, from what I recall from last year, so like
Yeah.
take this with a boulder of salt.
Mm-hmm.
It rode a little softer. The powertrain's a little quieter. It had more pep when you actually wanted to lean on it.
Yeah.
The sound system was on another planet.
What
My God!
What is
so
Lincoln?
good.
What does Lincoln use?
I forget what Lincoln's is off the top of my head.
Rebel.
Yeah,
sound
Rebel.
system?
That's
Yeah.
what it was. It might have.
Oh, right.
Fucking
Like,
Yeah, like-
phenomenal. yeah,
incredible.
definitely one of the best in the industry.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of like nice
sure.
little like touches, like the leather
Yeah.
was just softer, like lots
Yeah.
of like stupid little stuff
Yeah.
that like a lot of people wouldn't sweat, but
Right.
like the proof is in the pudding. It
Yeah.
is a
Fair
nice
enough.
vehicle.
When you're talking about sound system, the Buick has the Bose, and it is very Bosey.
No highs, no lows. Must be Bose.
Yeah, very, very much so. Although I've been in a couple of recent pressers where the Bose systems are like decent, but this one is very much like the bass gets all muddied because it's like cutting off the frequencies. It was very much prototypical Bose.
Yeah. Well, I think very few Bose systems are actually Bose. It's just they're lending their name.
Yeah.
I mean,
come
that's
think that
everything.
most automotive sound systems are like that. Just licensing the name.
Yeah. I think there's a separation. Like Bose is farmed out, but Bose Premium is actually Bose. I think. I don't know. This may be
interesting. I
don't know what corner of my ass I'm yanking this out of. Maybe.
Yeah, the XT5 had the Bose Performance Series. That's what they call it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
Okay. Yeah.
Performance Series. Yeah. And that was pretty good. Still not like incredible. I didn't think it was phenomenal, but it's decent. But yeah, the Buicks was definitely a
also
rebrand.
there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I also commented, this was very random, but the steering wheel was like surprisingly sports car small. And I kind of like that.
Small and thin rimmed.
Yeah. I'm over like
I'm over phallic steering wheels.
Yeah.
Like
as a BMW guy, you don't like the thick, girthy
I will
steering
have you
wheel?
know that my own BMW has a very thin little steering wheel.
Oh, I can't say that anymore. I'm a BMW guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Womp womp womp.
Disqualified.
I refuse to acknowledge it. even though I love that 328 is great.
Yeah, it's a great little car.
Yeah, but no.
Well, I mean, even my Ether 9 M5 came with so it's a 2000, but it came with the 2001 Plus steering wheel.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I kind of want to go back to the pre-LCI wheel.
It's too phallic. Didn't I like offer you a pre-LCI wheel, like with like the giant like Michelin Man?
Yeah, I still
airbag?
have it. I haven't gotten around to installing it because I can't figure out how to get my Torx screwdriver into that.
Oh, there's like a
Tight
little
space behind
doohickey,
it.
and you put the doohickey in the thing, and then it goes click, and then the thing pops off,
the
and then you
doohickey.
just undo the other thing,
Oh, okay.
and then it's really easy. I don't know
Now-
what your problem is.
Clear as coal.
Yeah.
Clear as coal.
Yeah.
But we digress. There's just a lot that the Envision does right, and it's very surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also am a big fan of GM's butt massage warnings.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, I was away from the mic. Like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm just playing along. What the?
I don't.
No,
yeah, that's probably not
thing's
the
interesting.
That's probably not the technical term.
No, but he's right. Like, because it'll vibrate the seat. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's a GM thing. It'll vibrate the seat for like lane change warning or whatever.
Yep.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's a good cue because it's hard to miss that.
Yeah, and I have to double check to see if the Buick does, but I remember in the XT5, I swear it did like the left side or the right side.
Yeah, no, that's a GM thing. Like,
Yeah.
if like you're changing lanes or something there, it'll warn you. Or for like
like-
cross traffic alerts, it'll do that. Like, it's a good system.
Like left cheek, right cheek.
Yeah.
It's a big departure over Subaru's eyesight system because that just doesn't fucking stop beeping at you.
Yeah.
Reach out and touch someone.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I actually like that. I think it's quite intuitive overall.
Yeah.
It's really smart. I thought it was a Cadillac only thing, but turns out they're doing it like across the board. It was in the Equinox. It's in the Buick.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the Subaru eyesight stuff.
I find eyesight in general works well. The adaptive cruise is responsive enough. It doesn't slam on the brakes.
Yeah.
It doesn't jolt you in the lower back as you accelerate. It doesn't slam on the brakes again when you come too close to a curb or a car is crossing your path. But it beeps a lot. Like every time you have the adaptive cruise going and literally someone changes into your lane at a safe distance in front of you, it still beeps at you.
Like telling you to brake?
Not even that. It just beeps to notify you that a car has entered your path. It also beeps when the car in front of you changes lanes out of your lane.
Does it also slam on the brakes for you?
I haven't gotten to that point, but I imagine
like,
it does beep
They're all the
and slam
same.
on the
Like,
brakes.
do they slam on the brakes for you?
Possibly.
Yeah.
No, but so
But
you're
more
saying
so than
it's just
most,
like it's just
it's-
letting you know. It's like there's no action required, but
No action required, but it's like a helicopter parent. It lets you know when something is in front of you.
that's probably
That's what I have the window. That's what I have the windows for.
that's probably the Toyota influence.
Even Toyotas aren't bad like that, though.
No,
No.
Toyota yells at you for everything.
Well, it yells at you for everything, but the adaptive cruise on its own,
Does
you
it-
just let it do its thing.
Does it
works
yell
really
at you
well.
when a car that changes lanes in front of you?
I don't know. I just know the Toyota seatbelt chime gives me nightmares, and I do wear my seatbelt. I'm just saying, seatbelt chime gives me nightmares. But I remember in the RZ, the Lexus, its adaptive cruise. I was actually very impressed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last Subaru Presser I had was there was a Legacy GT or something. I don't know. I thought all that stuff worked fine.
It works fine.
Or maybe I just like learned to tune out the bring chime
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do for everything.
Once you tune out the
Yeah.
chimes, which is kind of counterintuitive for a driver assist system like adaptive cruise or blind spot warnings, it works relatively well.
I wonder if it's one of those things where like they set it up to be kind of obnoxious. It's sort of in the same sense where it's like, if you have a really good IT guy in your office, like if he's really good, you probably won't notice he's doing anything because he's really good and everything is working
Yeah,
sure.
smoothly, right? So what the Subaru is doing is like, yo, I'm doing stuff so you can see me working. This is what you paid for. I wonder if that's like part of the influence.
I don't
Does
know.
that make sense though? Like,
I get where you're coming from,
Yeah.
but I just think it's just poor
because like I
poor
noticed like on like
programming and decision
on
making.
like some
Yeah.
of like the more economy oriented brands, like they're a little more chirpy, whereas on like the enormous BMW 760 I had last week, it did not bother you unless you were currently on fire.
Yeah. Well. That's because the 7 Series wants you to drive like a douchebag.
Yeah, the car's really good.
But we digress. Yeah. Aside from the eyesight system, which functions well, but it's still kind of like a helicopter parent, the Forester is actually a pretty decent NPC-Mobile. It does show its age inside, but considering where the rest of Subaru's lineup is going with that massive portrait-oriented touchscreen and
tablet,
the
yeah.
non-physical controls, the Forester is kind of like the good kind of old, which is kind of what we talked about last week.
Wait, so does the Forester still have like the dual screen thingy or what? Like,
It
'cause
has
I
the
honestly didn't
single
even look in the Forester. I
Yeah,
just
like
assume it's the same as every
remember
other
the
Subaru.
STI style with like the little right at the top of the dash. There's like that little screen.
Oh,
Has
so
your
yeah, it
it's
has
digits.
a
still got the
slim
dual
one
screen
up top.
Yeah,
But then it also has the 8.8. I think it's an 8.8
Maybe I
inch
should go
screen
drive
on the
this then.
dash, and it also has 3 knobs for climate controls.
Okay.
And buttons.
Okay, I just kind of honestly, I was being a bad journalist. I just wrote the thing off as every other Subaru.
but it is kind of every other Subaru. Like it's. I don't know, something about it. It's
Before
like-
the Impreza and Crosstrek were redesigned, it was essentially the same interior as the Impreza WRX
yeah.
and the Crosstrek and the Forester.
Yeah.
All 4 of those cars had the same interior.
Yeah,
But
because every Subaru press car I've been in has been exactly the same, like barring a few
Yeah.
small details, like
Yeah.
the same general layout, the same UI, the same
Yeah.
like everything. So I just assumed like you and I had this conversation when we were in the Buick. Like, should
Yeah.
I drive the Forester? Does it steer like this? Does it handle like this? Does it sound like this? Does it feel like this? Okay, good, got it. Like,
well, I mean, that's exactly the thing. The Forester does feel like every other Subaru in the sense that, it kind of does sound like a tractor when you ring it out.
Yeah, very much so.
But then again, what other normally aspirated 4-cylinder shitbox sounds good?
No, but at least like okay, they may not sound good, but the Subaru sounds bad.
in their quest to be more like Toyota and like tune out like the inherent kind of thrumminess of the boxer engine.
Yeah.
It's still there. It's just lost its personality, so now it's just kind of bad.
Yeah, it just
It doesn't sound egregious to me. It sounds like any other RAV4 CRV Rogue that
And
that you
below
ring
like
out.
$3,000, you're 100% correct. And then above that, it's
yeah, it really feels like it's like, please, sir, stop.
Maybe it's the
like,
Toyota influence, because like Toyota four bangers are also like really thrashy at higher RPMs.
Yeah,
maybe, but yeah, I've never enjoyed that noise.
Yeah,
and like it's noise, it's not sound, it's just noise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what it is. You disagree?
I don't disagree. But maybe that's because, like, you know, I kind of come from Subarus as well. So, like, my dad's owned 2 of them. So, like, I guess I'm kind of used to that kind of graininess, that thrashiness when you rev them out.
Yeah, me too.
But, like, yeah.
But, like, I grew up, like, I spent a lot of time playing with, like, my buddies, like, Bug-Eye WRX.
Okay,
like,
that's a WRX,
yeah,
though. You still have the Boxer rumble
but that's the thing, though. Like, the Subaru Boxer has a very distinct sound. Whether you like it or not is a separate conversation, but the bottom line is it had a very distinct sound, and they would lean into that, and now they're trying to tune it out, but it's still there. It's mechanically impossible to circumvent. And they've just tried really hard to tune it out, so they've tuned all the personality out of it without tuning out the fact that it still exists.
Hey, I don't know. I had a 15 BRZ.
That thing sounds like a fucking tractor when you ring it out.
Hey, man, I had a...
But it's supposed to. Like, that kind of works.
Yeah.
But I had it was an NVIDIA exhaust, and unequal length headers, and I thought it sounded great.
Yeah, no, those things sound good. I like the Boxer with rumminess. I think it sounds great.
But the Forester, no.
Or even like the WRX we had a little while ago. It just sounds like a normal 4-banger, just kind of weirder.
Yeah, but the WRX was at least quieter than the Forester, if I recall.
Really?
Yeah, I thought so. I think it was like it felt smoother, and a little bit quieter. Like this Forester, I thought it was quite thrashy.
And like when you ring it out.
Yeah. When you ring it out, like
this Forester is naturally aspirated, right?
it is. Yeah.
I think that's probably a big chunk of it too.
Yeah.
The turbo
it just is working harder. The turbo kind of smooths things out. Like,
yeah. So that probably has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
It rides well enough. I mean, you know, it's cushy. It has just the right amount of float on the highway. Steering is light. It's just easy to live with.
Yeah, a lot of space.
It's just easy.
High
easy
roof
to drive.
line. Like I'm sure the rear passenger.
Dude, you can see
great.
everything out of that thing.
Yeah. What's the price?
Mid-30s. So it tops at about 35 and change.
And that's the thing I tend to keep forgetting about Subarus for some reason. To keep assuming they're expensive because they're a very in-demand brand that they can't keep enough on the showroom floor. And part of that is because they're cheap. I shouldn't say cheap. Cheap's a bad word. They're really aggressively priced. They're actually a great value. For all the shit we might talk about them being kind of dull or whatever else, they are excellent, safe, well-built, like good commuter cars. They don't offer a lot for guys like us.
Yeah.
But they're good cars.
Yeah.
Like I had a Legacy wagon.
The Outback.
They're all wagons now, my bad. No, Outback. That's right.
The Outback.
Are they not this? Never mind, forget it. I'm going to sound ignorant. But yeah, I had like a relatively basic spec Outback over the Christmas break last year. And like I was like not fond on it. Like, I don't know, man. For this much money, it should do this. This feels kind of plain. And I go to write the review and I actually look it up because it was Christmas break and it wasn't working. It's like, oh my god, this thing was $38,000. Holy shit! I thought it was $50,000. All of a sudden, like this thing's pretty good for what it is. Like, okay, it's huge, lots of room, great visibility. It drives fine. It's easy. It just shrugs off snowstorms. Like, okay, this is good.
Like, dude, in the winter, like most Subarus, even the normally aspirated 4-cylinder CVT shitboxes are otherworldly.
They're just impervious to weather.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen to them.
Yeah, that's their claim to fame, right?
Yeah,
like,
and it's not a gimmick. Like they're legit about it. And like I think the way they set up, they're like kind of numb, loosey goosey, like steering.
Yeah,
leans into that.
Yeah,
because it feels exactly the same on hot, dry pavement or through 3 feet of snow. Exactly the same. Fair enough. I think that's part of like why they set it up the way they do.
Yeah, does the Forester, when we talked about the WRX a few weeks ago, we talked about the sweet spot being sort of close to the base model or the mid one, because then it jumps up in price. Is this Forester? Where is it in the pecking order of Foresters?
The Sport is I could be we
just got these cars today, guys, so we haven't done our homework yet.
I'm 95% certain it's two trims below fully loaded, actually,
Okay.
because now you have the wilderness as well. So I'm pretty sure it goes from base. It goes base, convenience, sport, which is like right in the middle, and then you have the wilderness, and then at the very top is the premier.
Right. Okay.
So fully mid spec, but it's actually pretty well equipped for a mid spec 35K
Did you say
crossover.
fully mid?
Yes,
Is that
which
like
I
the
realized.
Subaru tagline? Fully mid?
If you're a Gen Z marketing intern, then yes, it's fully mid.
We're the best at being average.
That's a great tagline, actually. But yeah, it's reasonably well equipped for a fully mid spec trim level. It's got automatic climate control. It's got a big sunroof.
Okay.
LED
Adaptive
headlights.
cruise?
Yes, it
Heated
does.
steering wheel?
Yes, it does.
Heated seats?
Yes, it does.
We good.
Honestly, for an NPC-Mobile, for a 35K NPC-Mobile that people don't care about the thrashiness of the Boxer
It's safe.
four-cylinder
It
engine.
feels safe.
Yeah.
It's impervious to weather, and you can put stuff and people in it.
Yeah.
And hey, how many cars can you get under 40K now?
Right?
Like,
not a
That's the
lot.
thing. That's the thing I keep
Re-
forgetting
well
about
equipped
Subarus.
as well,
They're
not
actually
a lot.
very well priced. They're good cars. For
Like-
all the shit we talk, they're actually really good little
Yeah,
cars.
keep in mind, like the Civic Sport Touring I had.
Yeah.
Fantastic car, but
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it was. I mean,
Yeah,
my
it was like
memory's
knocking
not
on
great, but it
45
was
or something, right?
Yeah, it was. I know. I think
No,
it was
it's
like
Integra.
40ish.
40.
Yeah.
It was like
but still,
39 and change or
yeah,
something.
Kind of
like-
absurd for a Civic when you really
That's
think
right. Yeah,
about
the
it.
yeah.
Integra is like 45. That's
Yeah,
right,
yeah. So I mean, this is great value.
Yeah.
For what it is.
Surprisingly so.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Very good.
What else? Anything else? We have nothing else.
It's crossover season.
Yeah,
Like-
you guys were warning me about this. So
Yeah,
I
welcome
started
to the
in
team,
this.
bro.
I started in the summer
It's
and
not so bad.
was told about crossover season.
I mean, like for the problem is that for this time of year and throughout the winter, crossovers are kind of perfect. And I
Yeah.
hate to say it.
Yep.
They're easy to live with. They're easy to get in and out. They're all wheel drive. They're all kind of not bad. Like
Certain ones, like the Forester I have this week, are impervious to any sort of weather.
yeah, I don't think there's any sadists in the press fleets that will spec them without heated seats or steering wheel. Like
So you do you guys winter? Yeah, what cars do you winter actually? How's that?
press cars.
Yeah, press cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you have your own cars that you winter at all?
Oh,
Did you
actually,
ever?
behind.
Did you ever winter the Miata?
are
did you ever winter
not-
a Miata?
No. Okay, so my first car, black and tan NB Miata, I did winter that.
Okay.
And it shows.
Fun as hell. But yeah, upon reuniting with the car a couple of times over the years, it definitely did show.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of I store my current NA, but until last year, I did winter both my wife's Mark 7 GTI, well, our daily Mark 7 GTI, and my leave behind, which was my part-time leave behind, a 97 RAV4 coupe.
Okay. I historically I'm probably gonna get a bunch of fans and a bunch of haters for
Yep.
for these next comments, but I have wintered an NA1 NSX before.
Okay.
Winter tires.
Yes, guy.
That's pretty sweet.
Winter tires and all.
It's
Yeah.
aluminium. Attaboy, do it.
Yeah, I wintered an AP2 S2000. I wintered my Boxster for a year or two. The first couple years that I had
Yo,
it.
Porsches don't rust.
No, it's
Porsches
great.
do not rust. They have the absolute best corrosion protection in the industry by a mile. They do not rust, and they have not rusted for decades.
And
They're
the thing
incredible.
is, like you think it doesn't make sense, but a lot of these sports cars that are mid-engine,
Yeah.
they actually do
Yeah.
great in the
The same
winter.
thing that makes
They're
them handle
balanced.
really
Yeah.
well on
Yeah.
dry pavement makes them handle great on snow and ice.
Like
Also,
fantastic.
they have tight cabins, so they warm up really quickly.
Yeah, very much. I remember the S2000, like
Yeah.
in like seconds.
Well, my Miata was like that too, and so was the RAV4 coupe, because they were so tiny. Like they didn't have heated seats or a heated steering wheel,
Yeah,
but that was
they
well
heat up
before
so
its time.
fast because it's just
Yeah.
a cute little fun size engine and it heats up so quick it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. And like the heater output is like obnoxious, like to
Yeah.
the point where it's uncomfortable if you just have it cranked set in your face. Like
Well, Nathan, we were talking earlier today when you had to drop off the 7 Series last night, and you had to take your Beetle back home.
yeah,
Well, that's your
You
winter.
had no
That's your
heat.
winter.
yeah, that's
car,
my
right?
winter car. Yeah, that is a cold-blooded bastard of a car. Like, I ran that thing with no fan whatsoever, like, for 2 weeks through a heat wave in August last year.
Oh, no, thank you.
And it was fine. Like, that thing is frozen.
All right.
So, yeah, definitely adding some heated seats to that thing. But otherwise, wonderful little car.
I assume you're slapping on winters on the E39 M5.
Yes. So I actually had the privilege of testing out the heated seats of that thing last night, and holy shit! Even on the mid setting, it was still burning my ass. Like, there's some strong ass heated seats in that thing.
You can also just get used to not having them. Like last year, like, so I got like my 535. For those listening, I bought myself an '86 BMW 535i.
Your second.
My second, right before Christmas, and I was psyched to have it. So I drove it through most of the winter. I kept it like
did you?
Yes. Between December and May, I put 6,000 kilometers on it, despite having a press car every week. I adore that car. I drove the absolute wheels off that thing. I kept it, for anyone listening, I kept it absolutely caked in oil.
That's a secret to wintering old cars.
Yeah, like just caked in rust-proofing oil.
Yeah.
And it's still clean. But yeah, like, it had a decent. It's got a good heater. It's fine. Like, people didn't need that years ago. You can make do without. Don't get me wrong. It's lovely. Oh God, it's so nice. But you can make do without, and it's fine.
Yeah, I mean the 7 Series that you absolutely love. Nick and I noticed that it had armrest heaters.
Yes, armrest on the center console and on the door. Such a nice touch. That, like, I don't think anyone else does that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mercedes
I think Mercedes does.
Mercedes does?
Yeah, Mercedes does it.
But does the car start?
It does when it's
the S-Class did, that we're comparing it to.
Right. But yeah,
Is that how much you got to pay to get a Mercedes that starts?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's savage. The value's rough out there these days.
With wintering, like when I was wintering the NSX or wintering some of these other cars that you shouldn't be wintering, so to speak, and let's be clear, if there's like 3 feet of snow, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, even if there's 3 feet of snow and I have like a Forester in the garage or whatever, I'm fucking staying home and playing video games. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, so we're talking about it's either dry outside or there's a little bit of fresh snow.
Yeah.
Like, you're not. Yeah. But I actually had a lot of fun driving these cars in the cold.
Yeah.
Like, they feel more powerful.
They're fun. They run really well.
The limits are lower.
Yeah,
so
the most fun I have had in my entire life is throwing like clapped out old BMWs around in like fresh snow. That is the absolute most fun you can possibly have in a car. It's amazing. It's so much fun.
I did. I had some donut duty with the S2000.
Yeah.
The RAV4 for a 25-year-old automatic front-wheel drive crossover ripped the fucking best handbrake turns in the snow. Like, honestly, that little bastard was fun as fuck, and it would not hesitate to kick out the back end with enough handbrake.
Well, yeah, because I think it had like a 2-foot wheelbase. Like,
well, yeah.
It had nothing to rotate it. Yeah.
No assists. I think it only had ABS, no stability, traction, or whatever. Just one yank on the handbrake, and you're fucking power sliding around a corner in the fresh snow. Is great.
Yeah, these cars are fun. I also remember when I had the NSX, it was a bit of a snowstorm, nothing like too crazy. My brother calls me. He had a G37 at the time.
Yep.
He didn't have winters on it. And he calls me and he's like, my car's stuck. Can you come help me? At the time, the NSX was the only car I had. Like, I put like all my eggs in one basket.
Yes,
nice.
carpool. Right? This is the way to live.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll come. I had winters on the OEM 15 and 16-inch rims.
Okay, actually, you're kind of all suddenly becoming my hero right now. Like, this is amazing.
So then I drive down. It's in a court. It's like downhill.
Yeah.
So I drive down. The car goes down, no problem. Obviously, there's tons of weight over the back wheels, right?
Yeah.
Go down, like dig them out, and then drive back up and drive home. Like, it was nothing.
Really?
Yeah. I was
fucking
it was
NSX.
pretty much a tow truck. You know, like I was CAA.
Like marketing has everyone believing like, yo, you need all-wheel drive, you need this and that, and traction, everything else to survive a harsh Canadian winter. It's like, hey, Toronto was not a harsh Canadian winter.
Nope.
Right.
Fuck off. 2, like, the best handling winter cars I've ever had are, like, of the top 3, 2 of them are rear drive BMWs. Just because like the same things that makes them handle well in dry pavement makes them handle really well in the snow. It's good balance, good body control, excellent like controls and responses.
Yeah.
limited slip differential for good traction. Put some snowies on, you're golden. Like, they're amazing. And the top was a Saab because, of course, it was.
I mean, I'd say like snow tires. It's like I'm sponsored by snow tires in general because I will
need them.
Tell
like they're
every
non-negotiable.
I don't care that you have a Range Rover or you have whatever.
Yeah.
Get snow
Snowies
tires.
make such
How
a
much
huge
did
difference.
Big Tire pay you to say that?
And then, it makes all the difference in the world. I will say, I think front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, like no problem in the winter. People who are like, it's dangerous rear wheel drive. They just don't know how to drive, and they don't have snow tires. Well, but I will say, having all wheel drive and snow tires,
it's really nice.
It's just
there's a flip side. I think the biggest difference is that the limited slip rear end. Having both tires being driven mechanically, it's such a huge difference. Both my BMWs in the snow, amazing, incredible. When I got a Mercedes E55, which did not have a limited slip diff, it was just 400 foot-pounds going through one tire.
Right.
That's just the Benz way. They're all open diffs.
Jesus.
Wow.
And that car was an unmitigated dumpster fire in the snow. Like, absolutely god-awful, holy shit, atrocious, scary piece of shit. I cannot believe I made that thing through 2 winters.
Bust or nothing.
Right. Yep. Like, and don't get me wrong, I really liked that car. That car was fantastic. It was, like, possibly the best car I will ever have, knowing my taste in cars. It did everything well. It was decent on gas. It was reliable. It didn't ask a lot of me. It was comfy, spacious. It was fast. It looked great. Like, I adored that car.
Right.
But holy fuck, it was bad in the snow. It was his only vice.
Well, I'm excited for my 328xi.
Should be golden.
That'd be great.
All this winter talk just makes me want to hibernate and play video games all winter, honestly. I'm
Video
not looking forward to
games.
this.
You've been trying to bring up video games for a few minutes now, Nick. You got something you want to say?
It's been a while for me.
I know, right?
Yeah, I miss it.
I haven't touched. So, what have I been playing lately? I've been playing. Well, I haven't been playing anything lately, but I usually, up until maybe about 6 months ago, I played GTA Online pretty religiously and mostly for the cars. But like I haven't touched it in like a long time. So I just kind of lost interest in it.
So let's keep it thematic, right?
Okay.
It's not a video game podcast.
Good cars.
It is good cars, but let's keep it thematic. What did y'all like? Because I'm Southern now. What did y'all grow up like playing as far as like racing games go? Because we all did. Like that was such a huge influence.
I think it's safe to say
of us.
we all started with some sort of Need for Speed.
Yeah, I just think I'm going to age myself a little bit because I started on Need for Speed 2 Special Edition.
Oh,
I started. You're older than me.
Yeah.
Then how did I start on Need for Speed 1, the first one, the very first one?
I don't know. Maybe you had a
did
computer
you have like a super
or a
spec computer?
or a
That was
console.
95.
Did you?
Compy 386.
Mr. Moneybags over here had his own computer at 6.
Let's be honest, it was the computer.
Yeah, no, it was Need for Speed 2 was the one for me. Like, yeah, I did like play the original, but that was, at a cousin's place or friend's house, and but my own actual CD-ROM that I owned was Need for Speed 2.
That's sick.
Yeah.
My first one was also Need for Speed. It was high stakes.
Yeah.
It came with a sound card that my dad got to play, to do music things.
Oh.
And it came with 3 games, and one of them was Need for Speed High Stakes. And I was 8 years old, and from there, it's just off the rails. We're done. Like, this is what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
This is my life. I still remember, like, I can list, we did this a couple months ago. I could list those, I want to say 18, 19 cars off the top of my head.
And do you remember was it High Stakes as well, where not only did they have like individual videos of each one of the cars, they had
there was
an
like
audio
voiceover like breakdown of like what the car was about and stuff.
It was so cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Like
shit.
it was
I
like
just pouring over every detail.
Yeah.
That shit was the
like, it
best.
was made by car guys.
Yeah,
like they consulted someone.
Yeah,
you know?
It also taught me that I actually really like electronic music. That shit's great.
You remember that old Electronic Arts start that would always happen? The digitized
Remember when EA was Electronic Arts and they made good games?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, and then I played Porsche Unleashed quite a bit.
Porsche Unleashed
was good.
Probably like the best, technically most competent Need for Speed ever created.
That was the closest thing that was the closest Need for Speed has ever gotten to a proper sim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently,
I
never
adored that. I played the shit out of that.
Yeah, and I remember like you could do these like what do you call it, driver kind of courses.
Yeah, like the test driver missions.
Test driver stuff, and you'd like. Yeah, I remember it was so frustrating.
It really was.
I love that stuff. I love like the time attack. I'm one of those like sick perverts who also love the license test in Gran Turismo, which is what I went into next. No. I love that shit. Just like go out. Okay, you have 1 minute and 4 seconds to set this lap time, and you set out a lap, and it's 1 minute and 10. You're like, how? I'm 6 seconds off pace. How am I going to do this? And then you sit down and grind it out, and it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
I love that shit. It's so good. I replayed Gran Turismo 2 like a couple years ago, and it was the same thing. Like, how am I going to do this? Like, what? And I love it.
It all came
so
back.
Good. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. What view would you guys use? The interior?
I always did the rear helicopter view.
Yeah, helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, if there's like a good in car, I'll do that because there wasn't until like recently.
Yeah.
In car always tripped me up.
No, I loved in car.
The bumper cam.
Or the bumper cam.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If there's a good in car, I'll do that. But like typically helicopter cam.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I got like a wheel and started getting like serious about it, I went to bumper cam because it was a little bit faster.
Yeah. I used to have a wheel. I had the one of the Fanatic ones.
Look at you, Mr. Moneybags, with his
sim wheel. I wasn't 6 years old with my own computer.
Fanatec.
I'm leaving. Turn my mic off. Yeah, but I find like I had a whole rig, and I've had it twice now, and I've never used it enough. Like then I kick myself whenever I get rid of it.
Yeah.
But then whenever I get it, life just gets in the way. And I know some of these guys, like my friends and stuff, like they
get like way into
it.
it.
They're religious with it.
Keyboard gang, rise up.
Yeah.
No.
Arrow keys, son.
No.
WSAD.
WSAD.
No, I got. What was it? I was 12. I got like was a Mad Catz, whatever.
Oh, Mad Catz.
Yeah, remember like the little like the white like the light gray and red plastic Mad Catz wheel, and like I got it because I needed it because it had the little sequential shifter on the side. Like I need it so I could live out my fantasies harder. For playing Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, which was 15 out of 10, like amazing stupid racing game.
Yeah. Just before Need for Speed went to shit.
Yeah. Because Underground was after that, and that was solid.
Yeah, Underground was cool.
Yeah.
And then Underground 2 was solider.
Underground 2.
We're just making up words left and right here.
Underground 2 and Most Wanted are probably my favorites of their contemporary titles. Ever since then, they're like it's more miss than hit. Like so, I enjoyed playing The Run because it kind of captured like the spirit of the old Need for Speeds a little better.
Oh yeah, I never played it.
Than the old ones, than the other new ones. But like everything else, like Heat, Unbound, never really. It just I managed to get through like maybe a quarter of Heat, and then I put it down. Never missed it.
I haven't touched one since Underground 2.
Yeah, like are they still? There was Shift also. Wasn't Need for Speed Shift supposed to be pretty good in terms of
supposedly? But like I
played it.
I tried it, put it down, never picked it back up again.
So do they? Is there like is Need for Speed still alive?
Yeah, they came out with one like a couple months ago
called
or a new title, Unbound.
Oh, that's Unbound.
Right. Yeah.
Forza homies in the house. Any Forza fans?
I've always been a PlayStation/PC guy. I have nothing against it, but are you on Forza?
There was a while. There was a while with Forza because like Gran Turismo kind of fell off for me. There was like such a gigantic 500-year chasm between Gran Turismo 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And like 5 wasn't great, and then 6 was also not great. And Forza kind of stepped in. So like 2 to date is one of my favorite racing games ever. And then 3 was okay. 4 was amazing. I actually still fire that up once in a while.
I liked everything up to number 4.
Yeah.
Kind of lost interest in it after all because like with every subsequent title, it just felt more of the same.
Yeah,
like you still had,
but worse. They're getting away from Simi, more arcade.
Yeah,
I haven't played a good racing game, save for Assetto Corsa, in the last 10 years.
Are you guys talking about Forza or Forza Horizon?
Horizon's also
Forza
good.
Motorsport.
Okay. I was talking about Motorsport, but on that topic, like Horizon 4, the one set in England, like great. I actually love this shit out of it. That was like a super fun pandemic.
So Horizon, I don't think I've actually ever played it, but it's the one where you can like drive.
It's just open world. Like you're plunked in like this like car racing festival thing, which is a super corny, dumb concept, but it kind of works. And yeah, you just go play in whatever the setting is. So like the first one was Colorado, and then I think like Paris, and then Australia.
And it's pretty detailed, like
it's actually terrific. It's a lot of fun.
You just like drive around the streets of Paris, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it kind of lost me after the second one because with the first two you kind of had to pull a Drake and start from the bottom and then you're there.
Okay.
But like after Horizon 3, that kind of gave you everything at once, and that just lost the challenge for me. Like I don't. You don't.
4 was okay.
You don't really work up to everything.
Yeah, because I had the same thing. Like 1 was good, and then 2 and 3 were like, thanks. Trying too hard to be too cool with this stupid music fest thing. 4 kind of like, for me at least, reset it, and then 5 lost it again.
Yeah.
So 5.
I'm very fanatic about this.
So is 5 the latest? Like 5?
Yeah, 5's the latest one.
Yeah, and it was just released, or
2. I actually don't know anymore. I want to say 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. Like is
fairly
recent. Is it 6
Yeah,
imminent?
it's a cool setting. It's set in Mexico. Like it's a really cool setting.
Yeah.
It's just I just didn't love it.
Well, the next Forza Motorsport is coming out maybe within the next half year.
Yeah, that's supposed to be coming soon. Yeah.
Soon.
I have little faith, honestly. Turn 10 is like super lost the page in my books. Like it used to be like excellent racing and like really simmy based, and now it's kind of falling off for me. It's like they're so built into like the performance bracket thing, and Gran Turismo's doing the same. I got no time for it.
Oh, what
the only one I play anymore is Assetto Corsa, or Gran Turismo 2 because I'm old.
What was that other one that came out a few years ago? I think there's 2 of them, but. There was like a Gran Turismo competitor.
Project Cars.
Yeah.
I played the first one.
I tried that. I could never get the hang of that.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. But yeah, that I think they're dead too. I don't know if there's.
I haven't seen anything from Project Cars in a while.
Yeah.
I had an absolute blast replaying the first Need for Speed Most Wanted and Underground 2. Like that was such a nostalgic trip.
I should go back to those.
Yeah. Even like the car customization in Most Wanted frankly sucked, but in terms of like everything between the soundtrack, the cops, the variety of races, even the storyline didn't suck, and it was all just really fun to like relive all that shit again. And he actually had a pretty good car list too. It was like you maybe have like 32 cars, but it's quality over quantity in the first Most Wanted.
No man, Gran Turismo 2, 560 cars, 100 Nissans, baby, let's do it.
You're talking about nostalgic. This just popped up into my head. Midnight Club. Does anybody remember that?
I think I only played.
Buddy.
I think I played LA like as a rental term for like 4 days.
Yeah. I loved it. I played that
picked
online.
that up again too. Yeah. I picked it up again as well.
I remember I used to play that. That was very much we would it was on PC, I think we were playing.
Yeah.
And me and a couple buddies like we'd play online.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of the first
Rockstar made
games.
games that weren't GTA Online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That game was fun.
Apparently they were working on another Midnight Club title, but it just got shelved because GTA Online turned into such a cash cow, and they just rolled everything into like an automotive update.
Oh, I got one more. Twisted Metal.
I don't remember.
I never played.
No.
Nah.
I'm aging myself.
No, I remember that. I was like, when I got a PlayStation when I was like 9, 10, like it was Gran Turismo. That's it, done, set. Not think about anything else for years.
So Twisted Metal I played on PC. It's not a racing game, but but
you ever play Burnout?
It was awesome.
Yes,
Burnout 3 was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like they were so good. They were so arcadey and dumb, but like they leaned into the mechanics really well. That shit was fun.
Like that's why it's fun, because it's dumb.
Yeah,
you just crash and
you
cars.
drift to go faster. It's amazing.
How is that not fun?
Is there NOS too?
Yes, you drift to build it up. It's fucking great.
Yeah, perfect.
It's lost art.
Yeah.
That's
But
great,
like
yeah.
it had a solid driving mechanic behind it too. Like it wasn't just brake stuff. Like it was actually like it could be a tight, solid racing game, and also dumb. It was good.
Yeah. All right. I gotta fire up my PS5 and see what's on there.
Oh, Mr. Fancy PS5.
You got a
Yeah,
PS5?
what do you guys have?
I have a Compy 386.
Nick's one from when he was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just told you like a couple months ago. I'm crying in my Xbox One.
Okay. What do you want, Nathan?
I actually just PC these days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like over the pandemic, I bought a rig and like used it to play Assetto Corsa and
Yeah.
kind of got back into sim racing. It was actually a lot of fun.
All right. Well, with crossover season, I feel like we'll probably bust out some of these video games.
That would be the time to do it. Yeah.
For sure.
It's not going to be crossover season next week.
What do we got next week?
So, actually, we got a pretty well fleshed out week. John's in the Mercedes-AMG C43, which is, I believe it's PHEV now. PHEV
Is it
four-cylinder.
C43 as well?
Is it a
C43?
PHEV
Yeah.
or just a HEV?
You're right. I think it's just a HEV.
I think they're all HEVs.
For those who don't know, we are being idiots and we are pronouncing just letters as they come up. So HEV means hybrid electric vehicle. But no, I'm pretty sure it's a hybrid. You're right. 4-cylinder hybrid. Sad because the 6-cylinder was good. What else we got? We got Imran's in the Corsair, which you will be surprised at, actually.
Yeah, I'm actually
It's delightful, yeah.
looking forward to comparing it to the Envision.
Rush is in the Acura TLX Type S.
We all like those. Those are good.
Surprisingly good. That
Yeah.
really reminded me of the Acura TL Type S.
Yeah, they're very good.
Acura's golden
Oh, yeah?
era. Nate Dogg, you're in the X5M Comp.
Oh, a crossover!
I'm sure Nathan's complaining.
And I think I drew the short end of the stick. I'm in the Mercedes EQE SUV.
You know what? I like the EQE car that I had. That was good, I think. That was good. That was goodish. That was pretty good. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it nearly as much as I hate other Benzes.
Open mind. We have to.
Yep.
You had to keep an open mind.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
should be
Yeah,
adequate.
it'll be a good week.
I can't wait. I am setting up myself for failure.
Very good.
Let's just hope it starts up. And on that bombshell, thank you all for tuning in. You can keep tabs on our adventures on socials at doubleclutch.ca. We'll see you next week, boys.
Have a good
Hey
one.
guys, thanks for listening. Take it easy.